Good morning, everyone. It's December the 1st. In Matthew chapter 2, we read about the story of the Magi, the wise men coming from the east and traveling, following a star to the place of Jesus' birth. And as I read that story over today, I was reminded of a time when I was much younger, maybe around 8 or 9 years old. And my family were traveling from Manitoba all the way to BC to visit my grandpa and grandma and my aunts and uncles who lived out there, and going out there for Christmas. One of the things that came to mind, and it relates to this story of the wise men following the star. We were in a 1960 Oldsmobile, really large car. It had the sloped back window and it had lots of space behind the back seat to sort of, for an 8-year-old to crawl up there and lie down as we drove. Remember, this was the time before seatbelts. The car was filled with about 8 of us at the time. And so I would spend a lot of time up on that ledge, and especially at nighttime. I loved to lie up there and gaze through the window up at the stars in the night sky. And I remember at one point during the night, we had stopped for supper someplace, and I was lying again on top and watching the stars roll by. And I love the stars, and I love to see where the North Star was, the Big Dipper, and sort of get a sense of direction of where we're going. And as I looked at the stars, I became very concerned that we were no longer going in the right direction. We were no longer heading west, but we were heading, it seemed to be that we were heading back east again. And I became convinced that Dad from the restaurant had turned the wrong way and was going not to BC, but away from BC. And so I made a big deal about we're going the wrong direction. And my dad said, no, this is the right direction, don't worry. But I kept it up. And this is the thing that I remember and I'm so grateful for, that my dad, even though he knew he was going the right direction, he stopped and he turned around and went back to a place where it was maybe about 10 minutes back, where there was a sign, and we saw that indeed it was the right direction. Part of what happens when you drive in the mountains, sometimes you end up going south, and then sometimes you even end up back trailing before you can come back around to go to the west. And that's probably what had sort of messed with my mind at the time. But my father respected my desire to be going in the right direction as an 8-year-old enough that he stopped, turned around, and read the sign that proved again that we were going in the right direction. Just like the wise men were drawn to this star, we have a Heavenly Father that draws us to Him. And sometimes when we feel like maybe we're going in the wrong direction, or this doesn't seem like it's the right way, we have someone who cares enough for us to place a sign in the way saying, this is the way, you're going the right way, keep on going. I'm not sure what continued to drive these wise men forward, other than there was a sense of longing to find out who this new king was. And this Christmas, I pray and hope that we all would again rediscover who this new king is. This King Jesus, who came to live like us, to live among us, yet without sin, and to die for our sin. God bless you, church. Praying for you today.